Hey, here we go. We're on to lesson 7.3. We're doing more multiplication properties with exponents. Your assignment is right here. Write this stuff down, friends. Okay, so remember, as always, I try to make these videos short, which means I talk fast. And if I talk too fast, push pause, write it all out, and then go over it again. Okay, so problem solve a little bit here, friends. We're doing some crazy things with exponents. All we're going to be doing here is we're going to be taking a power and then powering it. And then we're going to be taking a product or things that are already being multiplied inside brackets and then powering that group. I like to think of these as my frying pan rules. I'll explain my frying pan rules as I do some examples, but basically all you do is you pretend the brackets are a frying pan, and the stuff inside is food, and your little bit of exponents are some seasonings. So it'll make sense as we do examples. Such as this. Problem number 1 on page 434. We're going to take n to the 4 to the 7th power. Here's all you do. You multiply. That's it. N to the 4 to the 7th power is n to the 4 times n to the 4, 7 times. So basically you have 7 4s. That's 7 times 4, so you got 28. So this would be n to the 28. Done. That's it. It's also kind of a reflection of the big kids, little kids rules. If you see powering, then the little kids are doing multiplication. But I like to think of the frying pan rules. So here's my n to the 4 and my 7. The 7 and the 4 are my seasonings of my food, whatever food I'm making. I don't care, it doesn't matter. And then you sprinkle in the seasoning. The seasonings, wait for it, mix, which means they multiply. So n to the 28. So think of it that way. The seasonings will always mix, which means they multiply, and then that's it. You're done. It's really simple stuff. What gets nasty is when they start throwing fractions at you. Don't worry, you can multiply fractions. Okay, x to the 2/3 to the 1/2 means they got to multiply. So you got to go 2/3 times 1/2. Multiply straight across. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. You could simplify that to 1/3. Always simplify. So this would turn into x, run out of room here, to the 1/3, okay? So that's it. Frying pan rules. Frying pan rules. You think of the exponents as seasonings. They mix, they multiply. That's all you do. The little kids are doing multiplication because overall you're powering. Whatever analogy you want to use, that's how I remember these things. Okay, the Gada questions. They tried to show you something here. I wonder if you can figure it out. So p to the 5 to the 4, multiply. That turns into a p to the 20. P to the 4 to the 5. Weird. It turns into a p to the 20. They're trying to show you that, remember, multiplication is reversible. I think that's called the commutative property, something like that. 1/4 times a half is the same thing as 1/2 times a fourth. Guess what? Both of these are going to turn into p to the 1/8. Remember, when you multiply fractions, you multiply straight across. So both of these are basically going to be 1/2 times 1/4. Connect the fraction bars, multiply straight across. Boom, there we go. Oop, there he goes off camera, 1/8. Okay, that's it. That's how you power a power. You just multiply the little guys. The little exponents, they get multiplied. Or if you think of them as seasoning, think of it as the frying pan rules. Okay, that's problem number 1. Problem number 2 coming in hot.